vortex, I put you at a different angle because I'm using my little tripod. So if the camera's shaking, forgive me. Yes, vortex. The ever so reliable vortex that is always there to suck in the willing participants. So, if y'all don't know, my relationship with the internet is love and hate, but mainly hate, okay? So, there are reasons to love the internet. There are reasons to appreciate the internet. There are reasons to talk it up. You know, like if I were explaining to somebody that doesn't live on this planet what the internet is, so basically myself. So if I were explaining to myself what the internet is, I would say it has amazing potential. It's a place where you can... You better not be honking at me, bitch. You better not be honking at me. I don't know why. I've been staying in this lane. Really? I know that I suck at drive. Maybe that's why he's honking. He's like, get off the road. I know. You have a vagina. That's what he should be yelling. Maybe that's what it was. He could smell me. He could smell this menstrual blood. Anyway. Did y'all see that? That was 5-0, y'all. Made an appearance. But, yeah. Anyway, I was talking up the internet a little bit. Yeah, the internet is an amazing place where you can learn so much. Like, multiple encyclopedias of information. Like, you could be a genius if you use the internet right. But if you don't use the internet right, you're going to end up like your average American. If you don't use the internet right, you are probably going to be susceptible to falling into at least 25 different bear traps. And a lot of people talk about the rabbit hole. They say, don't go down the rabbit hole. Nothing's worse than asking questions that lead you down a path of even more questions. And then you're not satisfied, and then you're suicidal, and then you discover cannabis, and then you realize that God put cannabis on the planet for conspiracy theorists, specifically for us. If normal ass people, you know, plebeian sheep, people that watch sports, people that vote, people that go to college, people that think that celebrities are just actors and musicians and whatever. Like, they think that that's the only thing they do. I think everybody's an actor. I really do. Is it crazy that my Jewish friend from Tel Aviv is like the only bitch that I trust? And by bitch, I mean just like anybody, not just a woman, but like she's the only person I trust. But that's because we got each other's back. We were talking tonight about all this controversy around Jews. I kind of wish I had recorded her saying this because it was so fucking funny. She was going into every Jewish stereotype, and it was so fucking hilarious. Because if anybody that's not Jewish said that, it would be like so so offensive right now. But because she's saying it and in her fucking Israeli accent and she said that Jewish people invented touring. We know how to get around. See, if I say that, then I'm an anti-Semite. And then I asked her, I was like, well, how do you feel about them saying that Jews were in the media? And she's like, it's not true. It's definitely not practicing hasidic Jews that run the media. And it's definitely not crazy, could be schizophrenic bitches like Ronnit running the media. I wish that were the case, because the media would be 1,000 times more interesting. If you're entertained by the media, because a lot of people on the right, they say that. I'm not entertained by this shit. It's horrible. You're a bad person, dude. You're a bad person. You shouldn't be amused by all these people burning in hell, because that's exactly what they're fixing to do as soon as Judgment Day hits. Because when it hits, it's really gonna fucking hit. Okay? So, anyway. What was I even talking about originally? Something about, no, you got distracted with that truck honking at you. Yeah. And maybe I'm not going fast enough. I felt like I was going fast enough. Maybe that's why he was mad. I'm gonna be thinking about this for the rest of the night. Why did that motherfucker honk at me? Because I do care about my driving, okay? How's my driving? You ever seen that bumper sticker? It's usually on the back of a semi-truck. It wasn't on the back of that one, though. Because he was telling me how my driving was, apparently. He did not like it. Anyway. This kills me that I don't remember what I was talking about. But it's all too common. I did my jokes tonight, and I'm glad that I did my jokes. I gave one of my crumpled up pieces of burger wrap to my friend Joey Goodsong. I hope he doesn't masturbate into it. He might. He just might. Somebody was talking about the Holy Eucharist tonight, and it was so funny. Because if, like, a Catholic, because he said he grew up Catholic, if a Catholic, or, well, I'm assuming that Orthodox people, like, there's some that I've met that are pretty cool, but I'm sure that there's some really uptight Orthodox people, and they couldn't handle this joke, but it was fucking funny, dude. He was saying that, like, Protestants were like, oh, that was a metaphor. You don't literally eat Jesus. He's like, Catholics really believe that. It's a symbol, honey. I was gonna explain it to him, but I was like, this is a weed bar. Like, there's not... Like, there's room for this conversation, but there doesn't need to be room for this conversation, you know? It's like... I feel like sometimes, like, even though you might want to educate somebody about something, there's, like, no point, because they're not going to care. So... I totally fucked up this one joke, though. I'm like mad at myself. The whole time I was doing it, I was so mad at myself. And you can probably tell. Because I was struggling. Because, like, y'all have heard me do this joke before where I talk about how, like, you know, women have a uterus. And, see, this is actually a really good joke. women have a uterus, but they don't act like it. You know, they're so afraid of it, they're intimidated by it, they reject it. And then you have these men that say, well, that's your uterus is for babies, you know. That's what I said tonight, because I was trying to, overcompensate for the fact that I fucked it up, right? By just like making a point. I made a point about how women have uteruses because they should make babies, which, you know, is probably a little hypocritical because I don't have babies, so, you know, why am I making this statement? But I'm an outsider. If I wasn't an outsider, if I didn't have schizophrenia, I'd totally have kids. That's why I have a bunch of kids, probably. But I can't even visualize that. Did you just say visualize? So I was trying to combine the words envision and visualize, and ended up saying invisualize. But that actually sounds pretty cool. That sounds like a drug. Dude, have you been on this invisualize? You inject it into your eyeballs. You do. It's totally worth it, man. Oh, shit. No, but that's actually a fun mic. It's a fun mic because it's at a weed bar. Of course it's going to be a fun mic. Like, even if you don't do anything, you still feel like you've done something because it's like, there's this whole energy there, you know? There's major, like, chill out energy at a weed bar. Can you believe it? No, but, why don't you just end the video and then you come back? Eventually you'll remember it. I promise you'll remember it.